My classmates and I have a great honor to perform a play entitled The Promise. Please enjoy it with Class 5.
Once upon a time, there was a king called Jolly. He wanted to know which of his 3 sons would inherit the throne when he died.
Servant. Servant. Tell my sons that I need to talk to them. I'll be in the garden.
Very well, Your Majesty. When they were all in the garden, the king said,
I can't decide which of you is capable of taking care of my kingdom. But first of all, you have to get married. Is that a condition? Yes, only a married man can be in charge of my kingdom.
Henry and Roman were the first ones to leave the palace in search for a bride. The first one to reach her was Henry, the eldest son.
Oh, Henry, I am happy to see you again. Who's this lovely woman?
She's my wife, father. She's Princess Grecha.
Is she King Ferdinand's daughter?
Yes, she is.
I see that you also brought a lot of cattle with you.
They are gifts from my father. They are loaded with gold and precious stones.
I am proud of you, Henry.
A few days later, Roman, the second son, came back.
Oh, Roman, my dear son, I see that you also brought your wife with you.
Yes, father, she's hiding. I wrote this poem for you.
She's a writer. Her poems are delightful. Thank you, Heidi. I will read it later in the privacy of my room.
Edson, the youngest, most charming and strongest son, was the last one to leave the kingdom in search for a bride.
Oh no, I have to cross the deep forest, and villagers say that it's dangerous, especially at night.
Suddenly, some dwarfs captured him and took him prisoner. While you were in jail, he thought,
My father must be old. I miss him very much.
one day he heard a sweet voice calling him.
Would you marry me? Where's that voice coming from? I don't see anybody in here.
Next day he heard the voice again.
Would you marry me? Oh no, not again. Who's there?
But there was no answer. Next day he heard the voice again, and desperately he said,
Yes, yes, I will marry you. I give you my word.
Next day some boys took him out of jail. You are free now.
It was about time. Why are you taking me?
You need to be cleansed and washed. The dwarves worship him. Catch him and give him new clothes. Then he was taken to a palace and into a big room filled with dwarves. In the center of the room, the judge was waiting for him.
hope you're ready. You are not allowed to speak at this time.
Then a bride entered the room wearing a beautiful embroidered wedding dress, and a veil was covering her face. When she stood before the judge, he said,
You may uncover your face.
When she did it, Edson screamed, No, no, no! The bride's face was disfigured and had a big black mole covering half of her face and one of her eyes. She was a hunchbacked dwarf, but Edson said,
I promised you that I would marry you, so let's start the wedding.
As soon as he signed the marriage papers, the bride was surrounded and covered by a white thick fog. When the fog disappeared, the dwarf was gone, and there stood a beautiful woman, and all the other dwarfs were turned into beautiful maidens and young noblemen. Then the bride said,
My dear husband, we were all under a spell because of our bad behavior. But to become ourselves again, it was necessary that someone showed loyalty to a promise given. You didn't break your promise, and thanks to you, the spell was broken.
After a few days, they went to the palace. Then the king called for a meeting.
Loyalty is the greatest gift on this earth. Edson will inherit the throne because he was loyal to his promise in a very difficult moment in his life.